Good afternoon, friends, and it's really a good time having you on our beat. This is Let's Talk About It with King Emmanuel on the Incubator Media Radio. And as usual, we have friends, my brother with us that will be sharing this bit together, Mr. Adeola Adenina. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. Good afternoon. Morning, wherever you are in any part of the world, or evening or night, and hope you are keeping safe at such a time like this. It's good to be back here once again.
Thank you very much, sir. So today, without wasting time, we'll be looking at something very important to you as a young one there. We'll find out that over time, that most of us as a youth, the impression is you love to share more with your friends, even than your brother or sister of the same family. Some of us find solace in sharing our intimate or deep issues with our friend, much more than even family members. And we call this peer pressure. And today we want to look at what is peer pressure. Then what are the causes? Then we'll be looking at the effect of peer pressure on you as an individual, what it could be, and from research, we have more negative than positive effect of this. And of course, we'll be showing you the way out on how to deal with peer pressure. A whole lot has happened today. Some youth outside there, find themselves in the midst of drug addict by influence of a friend. Some have gone into courtesan by influence of friends. Some has, all of a sudden became a prostitute by the influence of friends. Some has joined bad gangs, swindled people of their monies, and they've gone into all kinds of what they call Yahoo in Nigeria, due to the influence of friends. And it's a whole lot. Like someone said, what you're going to be in the next 5 years depend on two things: the books you read and the company that you keep. That shows that if I see your friend, I will be able to know who you are. So the question that will be resonating throughout this section will be on who is your friend. So tell me your friend and I will know the type of person you are. You are the sum total of the friend that you keep. Your outlook depends on that. If your friend seems to have more pressure, more influence, more impact on you, and the question will be, is it to the positive side or to the negative side? Some that are listening to us at this time, you can tell the impact of friends, maybe on your education, maybe on your career lives, maybe on your financial lives, maybe on your spiritual life. All these are the influences, and the question is the friends you keep, because likes attract likes. You can only attract who you are. You cannot attract what you don't have. And so you will equally learn how you can keep good and productive friends, how you can keep friends that will help you on your journey to destiny, because some, they lost it along the way. In the Bible, Samson comes as a good example. All the friends that Samson kept, despite the fact that he had the Spirit of God and he could do what nobody has done before, so much energy, so much power, so much anointing, when he began to keep friends with harlots, with prostitutes, he lost his 2 eyes. And not only that, he lost the power of God in him, and eventually he lost his life. And equally again, you remember the only daughter of Jacob, Diana, because she will keep friends with the children of the land. We're not saying you should make them your enemy, but they must not be your intimate friend. She does that. Along the line, she was defied. So you need to watch the company that you keep, because the company that you keep determines what happens to you. In the same Bible, we have Amnon and his good friend. Amnon was a son of Jacob, and what he wanted son of David, sorry, and what he wanted was to sleep with his half sister, the younger sister to Absalom. And he had a friend that would advise him, okay, you can pretend this way and that. And eventually he defied the sister, but he lost his life thereafter. So there is no negative decision that people have made that doesn't cost them their life in the later on. And that's why we're telling you and we're counseling you and saying, what type of friends are you making? Be careful. A lot have died or lost their life, and some are still on the path of losing their life, and it's still going to happen. But I will plead with you, don't allow negative history to happen over your life. And that's going to be the plea today. So without wasting time, we'll be going into our discussion and we'll be able to talk more about peer pressure. So I will be going back to a brother to tell us more on what we need to discuss today. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. And if you look at that word, peer is just like your age mates, those within your circle, and then pressure. You know what pressure is. When force is applied on you or on anything to get something done. And I will say this that I don't have the fact or the statistics to back this up, but this is my personal opinion, that 90% of the problem young people have is as a result of peer pressure. 90% is as a result of peer pressure. If you look at peer pressure, we see that that's when youth are being compelled to do things, or to act in a particular way, or to get engaged in a particular manner that sometimes, take note of my words, sometimes meet up with the social circle or is socially acceptable but not morally acceptable. There's a big difference. So, and then when we talk about peer pressure, it's not all peer pressure that is negative. Peer pressure can be positive. That's when you are being encouraged or forced to do things in a positive manner. And then peer pressure can also be negative. But if we should take a look at it statistically, the negative is less than 10%. Less than, and then the positive is less than 10%, and the negative is completely overwhelming. Now, if you look at the peer pressure, it can be in, like I said, this positive, can also be negative. But we will delve more into the negative aspect because the positive is just there. And if you look at it, there are 4 ways by which pressure is being mounted on the young person. We have what is called the spoken peer pressure. We have what is called the unspoken peer pressure. We have what is called a direct peer pressure, and then the indirect peer pressure. I will explain what each of them mean. Spoken peer pressure, this is when someone comes to you as a teenager or as a youth and then talks to you to do what is probably not right. It comes to you to say, okay, probably you want you to join their club, you want you to go with them to a party, you want you to act in a particular manner and all that. And most times, it's easy for the youth to say no to, if it is just an individual that comes to you. But when they come as a group, it's always very difficult to say, because this one is saying this one, that one is saying this one, and like as a group, and then you find it very difficult to say say no. Then we have the unspoken peer pressure. This type of pressure is dangerous, very, very dangerous. Yes, and what makes it dangerous is they subtly expose the youth to all sorts of vices, and then they will allow you to follow or not to follow. They have a mindset, okay, this is it. But then I've been exposed to, let me give you an instance of a particular student, 16-year-old girl, who finished secondary school, and then in the hostel, in the house, because I had to look at the house where she lived when the problem arose and all that. A particular auntie, in quote, is living in the house, and then some other boys are just this face me and face you house. The auntie will give the girl is a super introvert, a male fleck. Primary temperament is melancholy, secondary is phlegmatic. So she is an indoor person, all through blah blah blah. So this big sister in quotes will give her romantic novels to read during the day. Then at night, she moves out of the room because of heat and things like that. The parent and all that, they are the same, whatever. So she move out and stay in the veranda with some youth boys and all that. And in the night, those ones are watching porn on their phones. Wow. Yeah. So during the day, our mind is corrupted with the romantic novels. Then during the night, our whatever. During the day, our imagination is corrupted. During the night, our vision is corrupted. Our sight is corrupted with the pornography. So she now began to masturbate seriously, and then those ones now turn out to be an addict. So, and it was just grace and a lot of work before she could get back on her feet. So we have this unspoken peer pressure that comes along. Then you have a direct peer pressure. You know, this is take a decision now kind of pressure, where they just give you an alcohol as a young boy, or a girl just make an sexual advance towards you like that, and then you have to take on the spot decision. If you look at the case of Joseph in the Bible, that woman grabbed him and said, "Hey, oh boy, now." So you've got to take a decision now. Look at the children of Rechabite. Jeremiah brought them a drink and said, "Drink wine now." Yeah, I know of a man who was into drugs and all that for 42 years. Yeah, he started as a young boy, but when he was sharing how he got involved, he was taken by his own uncle into a place where those guys were drinking and smoking all this hemp, and then they told him, "We are not by your home, we are my mom." And then when he said no, but they beat him into taking it. Wow. You understand? They beat him. So we have a kind of direct peer pressure where they just now take the decision now. So it's not left for you to be like, "You know what, I would rather die than to do this." And then we have the indirect peer pressure where it's not like direct. What they do is indirect peer pressure is almost kind of like similar to unspoken peer pressure, but the difference is, let's say for example, a friend invites you to a birthday party, and then at this birthday party, they call it birthday party, but other things are there, like alcohol, like hymns, like girls for boys, like boys for girls, and all that. And then they just, boy, take something now and say, no, I'm not going to take and all that. And then you now see a young girl of about 17, he has already finished like 2 bottles. And then they come out and say, look at you, even a man. You sure say you're a man? If we should take a look at you now, maybe you're even wearing pampers. You know, that kind of a thing. And because youth don't, when we get to some of the courses, we don't to explain more. And because youth want, okay, I don't want them to. So it's like indirect kind of like pressure. And then just say, oh, a guy, and then a particular lady is coming, and then your brain and saying, go to advice to see that they say look at balance, all the somewhere then shake you sure couple with me, are you sure you're a man, are you sure you are this and that, and then before you know it, the person just and the couple do it, go into that kind of pressure. So those are some of the pressures that you see. I mean, some of the ways, just kind of peer pressure that you see, and many of these pressures are negative. Because what makes them negative is that because they make the youth to engage in a behavior that is against their moral system, and that is against the so-called family values. So those are the, should I call it introduction now to
peer pressure. Thank you, sir. And like you've explained, ordinarily, what some of them find themselves doing are things naturally they won't do.
Yes.
Things naturally they won't do.
Yes. Because by the time we get into some of the effects, because part of the effect is of peer pressure. You see frustration, where somebody is now begin to look at him or herself and be like, excuse me, what am I doing? This is not me. And ordinarily, they won't want to do it because the pressure is so much on them, and then they just find themselves doing it. But when they are alone by themselves, they feel
not doing what is right.
I'm not doing what is right.
Then can we also say too that some of what they do, because it's naturally not what they love to do or what is according to the family values or even the ethics of society, they tend to do some of all these things in the dark. Maybe among those selected people, the peer that has the pressure and influence on them. Because like maybe a guy that he doesn't smoke before, but all of a sudden now he's going to end. I'm not sure a day will like come that I will take it and look for matches and put fire on it in the presence of the parents. They want to do at the back. Like some girls too that say, how can you be 18? How can you be 19 and you don't have a boyfriend? Or how can you be this and you say you're still a virgin? So, and then we begin to see some of them, they engage midnight, midnight talk, midnight chat, and some of the things they say are not what they want another eyes to see, except those within their subtlety gangs that they do, some of all those things. And we see over time, with some of them resulting into self-management, resulting into hiding, resulting into hoarding information. And like you said, still at the end, they are not fulfilled. At the end, they are not satisfied. Because somebody will say, just only one bottle, how can you be? Look at the rest of us. See what we are doing. How can you be here and you're just doing this? Then maybe he's standing before. His voice will be high initially, then after sometimes the voice will be going down. And from experience and talking to people and counseling, and someone will say, I'm not the only one that was there. I don't want to be the only odd
one out, the odd one out.
Or the only odd one out. And therefore, I just said I should just let me. And then some again, they are trying to prove a point. You said I cannot do it, or you think I cannot talk to you again. But I just want to show them. Then eventually, because a young lady, one of the youth, came to me one day and they said, "Sir," and I said, "What's the matter?" He said, "Sir, that I have been under intense pressure to have a boyfriend because all my friends has a boyfriend, and things like this come because the part of the pressure is comparison.
Yeah.
This one has this. You two supposed to have had this. Okay. I just hope. One thing I know is that you can choose who is your friend, and you can still choose what you want to do. But we're not wasting more time. I think we'll just continue to talk more about causes of peer pressure. And don't forget, it told us that peer pressure oftentimes the results are negative.
Yeah.
Oftentimes the results are negative. Only, like you mentioned, the only maybe positive one, like maybe there is healthy competition in the class. This one is you are able to be the first, your friend is able to be the first. So everybody is ready to see what to do. Like, pushing ourselves, motivating ourselves, setting target for ourselves. But we know over time, most of things being discussed under peer pressure are not goal-oriented. They are not futuristic. Oftentimes they are frivolity. And we can tell waste of time. We're saying it the way it is because we can't deceive you. And we need to tell you, and don't see it as somebody judging you or condemning you. We are actually pointing out to you the pitfall, because peer pressure is a major pitfall to success in life. I just hope you will understand. We will continue with the courses.
Okay. Courses. The courses are many. They are many. As in, when I say many, they are many. First, we need to understand that teenagers, for who they are, if they are not understood, then there will be a problem, because they are no more, in quote, babies, and they are not yet adults. So they are at that stage where if they don't get it right at that point, it may affect their adulthood. And if they get it right at that point, it will also tell on their adulthood. And part of the challenge for an average teenager is the search for independence.
Search for independence. Wow.
That's why you see a girl of that mom used to date. Mom used to bathe from cradle up to 8 or 9. Then all of a sudden, she's having some development, growth in the body. Mom now want to bathe her. I say, no, Mom, stop. I'm not my small girl.
It's a big girl.
I can take care of myself.
Wow.
That little things like that. Or she's dressing up, and then mom knocks the room and said, or mom just barge into the room and say, no, Mama, I'm now grown. I'm now this. I should be able to have this form of independence and things like that. And like Steve Harvey said in one of his talk, he said, you don't own the house. That room you are staying, you don't own it. I pay for it. It's my house. That room is my room. I can enter anywhere at any time because for now I'm still the one paying the bill. So children want to, teenagers want to have youth generally that search for independence. And number two, many of them have what is called, they go through, or they have what is called identity crisis. And that's a big topic on its own. It's a big topic on its own. So because of the identity crisis, they want to have identity. They want to desire to fit in into a place. That's why I see them. I'm a member of Jet Club. I'm a member of the Literary Society. I'm a member of this. I'm a member of drama unity. I'm a member of the choir at my church. I'm a this. I'm a sanctuary keeper. I am this. I am that. I am this. So they want to have an identity. They want to fit in. And to an extent, or to a large extent, that is problematic. You know why? A lot of young people, they are struggling to fit in into a place, whereas they hope to stand out. That's why you see some of them, they try to fit in into a particular place, and even those who are in the place know that, hey, you are not, you don't belong here, but they are struggling to fit in when they ought to stand out. And those who fit in and mixed into the crowd, they call them a mixed multitude, they end up being destroyed easily than those who some people just say, no, I actually like the way you used to do this. I want to model my life after you. I want to do this, I want to do that. And the extent that person has gone, you can't even try it. Then, of course, there is the eagerness for you to want to explore. You want to explore what is going on there, and this make believe that social media gives out, they make believe that this media world give out that everything is green out on the other side. Let me see what is going on here. Let me be here. Let me see what is happening at the other side. So it makes them a target. Then, like I said, some of them don't have their self-esteem is low. Their self-esteem is low. They don't find love at home. They feel nobody loves them. They feel like they are this. So they want to have that self-love, that whatever. Okay, ask some people, why do you like this person so much? Oh, it makes me feel good about myself. You hear some ridiculous. It makes me feel good whenever I'm with this person. I feel so great, despite the fact that the life is being destroyed little by little. And I know it's a dark. I know there are some things, but you know what? I feel loved. Kind of that I just
his presence
at home. And then some look for, like I said, it's also part of a desire for acceptance and a sense of belonging. I also belong to this, I belong to that. And then some, because of they want to please, they want to impress, they want to win the applause of people. They want people to
with publicity.
To say
celebrity status.
The most beautiful girl in GSS 2 right now is so the Miss Congeniality, Miss this, Miss that. So they want to impress and win the finest girl in our school and all that. They find the sexy boy, the best dressed, the this and that and all that. And then some of them are looking for they take the opinion of a peer very seriously.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
When we get into the solution, I will tell them not to do it. They say the opinion of very, very seriously. That's why you see, someone will dress up, a female will dress up, for example, and ask a friend, how do I look? If that was all, absolutely conscious, amazing, like, that's so sweet, that kind of a thing, and they just, and the importance of the peer, the opinion matters to them. You see some, they dress up, they go out, and then they are gauging their fineness or their prettiness by the number of guys that say, hello, hey, fine girl. So the number of fine girls.
So the tally of those, even though they are not even paying attention.
Yeah, I know. They are, in a way, they are not saying yes what, but they are, the more guys call them, the more they feel that they are important, they are beautiful. That's why they are calling them. Like, can you imagine today? Think about it. 20-something guys call me today. Wow, they are find this. Hey, stop deceiving yourself. Those ones that are calling will find their anything they see is scared. They are good to go with it.
So, and before you continue, this equally too is equally found when we see some girls that take pictures. I'm a teenager and I take pictures, pose very well, put it on Facebook, and I'm looking at I have 1,000 likes.
Yes, they are looking at comments. Any comment that does not fit into what they want, they hit back at the person. But you just see someone say, fine girl, beautiful, thanks. But every positive comment, they must say thanks. Oh, thank you very much. You are. It was a mistake. You should have been Miss Nigeria. Oh, thank you.
God specially made you. No mistake, no flaw.
Fine girl, no pimples. Thank you. This one. So they focus more on the perception and then the opinion of what other people say about them, rather than their own thoughts.
They so much concerned about what people is saying or what is going on, what clothes is trending now, what kind of things are happening.
Like
to show that I belong.
Yeah, like I was opportune to talk to some students in a particular gathering, and they were to talk about their choice of careers. And I said, look, when you are talking about choice of career, they will tell you your interest, your this, your that, and all that. I'm not going to talk about the motives. I'm bringing my talk from the Bible, where Jesus was asking the disciples, what do men say that I am?
That's a thought-provoking question.
What did men say that I am? They gave him various answers. They say some say you are Elijah, some say you are a prophet, some say you are Moses, some say you are the prophet, that is whatever. After they have said all that, he asked them another question again. What do you say that I am?
He took it now from general now to specifics.
Forget the perception of others. That's what do you say that I am? But you see, young people, this is what they say. I have so many likes. Forget it. If there's any issue tomorrow, those people that say this about you, you'll be amazed that they take it, the same way they took you high, is the same way they bring you back. So you ask them, what do you say that I am? So they wanted to know their perception about it. And I was now telling those students, I say, what do you know about yourself? And that is what will determine to a large extent the kind of relation that you can go into an extent. And then, of course, there's also risk. Young people love to take risk a lot. Unfortunately, most of those risks, they are not calculated risk. They are not calculated risk. That's why you see them, they are in vehicle, they are not at legit age, but at the age of 14, 15, they are already taking out their parents' vehicle. They are already going to a party, and then at the party they get drunk, and then they are coming back from the party and they crash. Some end up dying. And statistics have shown that young people tend to take risk when they are in a group than when they are alone.
They take risk more when they are in a group than when they are alone.
Because alone you can think, but in group, especially when the boss is
ecstasy,
whatever, then are we good to go? Oh, good to go. And then just go on there and then they do whatever.
So like they live before they think.
Exactly. It's about the ecstasy. It's about I know one thing about young people, they don't think about tomorrow, they think now.
And the consequences.
No, they don't, most of the time they don't look at the consequences. They don't. They think about now, it's about the fun, it's about the excitement, it's about our time. And it's about let's make use of this opportunity because tomorrow we will not
have the opportunity.
And then there is this terrible maxim that will say that you need to get bad before you get worse. Before you get better.
Yeah.
Now, if it does not get better, if it does not get bad, you won't have a beautiful story to tell in the future. Excuse me, please. You don't need to get bad before you get better. And most times, some people get bad and they don't have any story. They don't have any beautiful story to tell. Because they keep going from bad to worse, from worse to the worst possible case scenario as the case may be. So these are some of the reasons why young people want to succumb to peer pressure.
Wow, that is very beautiful. Because like one of the things explained now, I used to have a young friend, and she posted pictures on social media, smile, pose. It could say 1,000, it could even say 2,000. So one day I said, okay, you have something that is working for you. I don't have that. I posted a picture, maybe only 10 persons or so. And I said, why don't you convert this your strength into something profitable, into making money? You won't believe by the time she start putting in a product for sale and the rest, the number just went off. So I said, so that means that you virtually had fake friends, the one that did not even want you to progress, and would just laugh about it.
But can I tell you something shocking? Post a video online. Don't go to YouTube. Put in a content that is profitable, that add values. You will not, if you are a popular figure around that, you will see. Because most time when I see videos on YouTube, what I first of all look at is the number of views. Go and check all these songs, these musicians, pornography, whatever. You will see like 35 million views.
Yes. Comedians,
35
million views.
Yes, 50 million views. But go to any Christian, whatever, maybe even as prominent as Mozart say they are when it comes to film industry, you will just see 13K.
Yeah.
13K,
Yeah.
13,000. And whereas just any other movie like out there that is not 35 million, 50 million, and
Just have it in large numbers.
That is part of it.
So does that mean too that they crave for something that is not actually real, like a fantasy?
Of course. Because part of the issue with this pressure is, it's like someone was saying, one elderly brother was saying, I think the way that they look at young people today, you see the way they go crazy about sex. They will think that sex is a new invention.
Yeah.
You will think that it's a new invention, but they go
Crazy about it.
crazy, gaga, as if this and that, and what they have tasted of it, whatever, then they just want to keep
Having it.
on and
Never satisfied.
Once they take a bottle, they want to increase it to 2. Once they take a stick of cigarette or whatever, they want to say a stick is not enough. Let me increase the number. Once anything, they just want to keep increasing and then they have a throat that cannot be satisfied. They have hunger that cannot be, a thirst that cannot be quenched, and hunger that cannot be filled, and it just keep going on and on like that until they destroy. It's like somebody that is always wearing a particular hair all the time, because that's part of the peer pressure. They say, is it good enough that you be doing all the time? This your fine hair, this kind of particular hairstyle will do good on you. When it does the particular hairstyle, later I will tell you, hey, that style is no more ready. This is what is ready now, you do it. This is what is ready now, you do it. And before you know it, identity crisis, they don't even know anything again. You are too black, you are too dark. What is wrong with you? Why are you dark like me? Is it that when God was bringing you, he forgot to eat the oven? You now became overdone and all that.
Or they took light.
And then they say, it is the yellow people that are reigning now. And as a girl, black, which black is beautiful, not anymore. People want to begin to bleach. Begin to bleach. Until you now get to the stage where you now want to be sharp, and then that need to do a CS, and they need to stitch the body back. Then you now begin to understand the gravity of some of these things. But they don't look at the consequences. They just, this is what is happening. It's our time. Let nobody deprive of our right, of our time, and then they just go on like that.
Wow. Because today I keep on telling them that if you look at yourself and the only thing you can tell yourself is, I wish I'm like so and so. I just tell them that to me it's inferiority. Because the way you are good. One book said, black and beauty. The white are always contented with anything they have. And I think this issue has to be with the black, that we're not always contented. We always want to be like some other person. So I sincerely hope you'll be able to understand this line of discussion. We're not really criticizing you, but really showing you things you need to do. The whites that we even say, at least at the last count, we had a black president that ruled America. He could have decided to bleach everything all over, but he didn't do that. But whatever he has in him was working in him, and eventually he got to the highest. We've come to the end of the section today. I hope you've been able to see one or two things you need to improve. Possibly you pick up things that you need to change from, part of your attitude that you need to improve. until I come your way next time on this same radio station. I am King Emmanuel, and I'm saying goodbye. If you have questions, we can be reached on all our social media at the Incubator Media, and you can listen again to this episode by clicking on the www.theincubatormedia.com. You will see it there, and you need someone to talk to, or you need a counseling. Our phone numbers are there: 08092374502, and you can equally get across to us too. You can get me on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn at the King Emmanuel Folorunsho Show. I will be happy to be of help to you. Till we see next time, goodbye. God bless you.